So as many of you heard this morning, as I heard, I woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning and I read online that Chris Cornell had passed away after a show in Detroit. And that was at 1 o'clock in the morning. And I couldn't go back to sleep. Not for a while. I just kept thinking about it and thinking how I didn't know him personally, but I've been listening to Soundgarden since '92, and even with his solo stuff and Audio Slave, like, he just inspired me. I guess I could categorize him as one of my rock heroes or rock icons. His music was inspiring. His music, was there for me when I was a teenager, when no one really was there, or I didn't know if anyone was really there. But anytime I put on Super Unknown or Bad Motorfinger, I would just get lost in the music. And I think many of you out there would also get lost in his music. I had the chance to see Soundgarden play back in 2014. They played with 9 Inch Nails. It was the one and only time that I got to see Soundgarden. One and only time I got to see Chris Cornell do a show. And it was an awesome, awesome show. My kids will never get a chance to go to a Soundgarden show or an Audio Slave show or just a Chris Cornell solo show. But his music has touched them as well. Just this morning, when the wife was getting ready to go to work, my oldest son came in and he asked me, Dad, did you read? Did you look online, considering it was posted everywhere online? And I said, yeah, I did. And I got up to go get some water, and I could hear blasted in his room he was playing Temple of the Dog. It's really unbelievable how much a musician can touch somebody, or can touch a family, or can bring a family together. Music for me has always been a place where I find friends, camaraderie. Same thing goes for the vinyl community. A whole bunch of people that enjoy the same thing or enjoy similar aspects of the same thing get together and talk about it and get together, share. And I don't mean this to be like a rant or anything like that. I just want, I guess, people to know that music does matter. Music fills a hole in your soul. A person on Facebook, a friend of mine, wrote, "People say it's just a celebrity. You didn't even know them, so why are you so upset?" When somebody writes lyrics to a song, you get to see into their life. You get to see into their soul. You get to see what's bugging them. A majority of songs that you listen to are or can be conveyed as emotional, and not just a bunch of BS lyrics written down on a page while someone was, drunk or whatever. Sometimes they deal with legitimate problems in that person's life, something that everyone can identify with. Just the other day, I think it was Tuesday, or maybe it was Monday. I don't remember, but I got off of work early and came home and put on some records with my kids. And as you can see, Chris Cornell's Euphoria Morning is still up. I was going to ask my son to put it away last night, and I didn't. The record is still on the platter, which I know is bad due to dust and whatnot, but I don't even want to remove it. I'll clean it when I take it away. I'm just too sad. I just sort of, I don't know. my main reason for doing this video is I just feel like I need to talk about it and just to get out my thoughts. Also, I don't know, I guess it's sort of like therapeutic for me to get it out. I mean, I have to go to work in a couple of hours and don't really have anyone to talk to while I'm at work. I kind of work in the dark. But it saddens me when someone so young gets taken away. Whether it's by their hand or by someone else's hand, it doesn't really matter at that point, you know. If he was hurting, then I find that excruciatingly painful, just because he's inspired so many and makes so many others happy, you know. Anytime you go to a rock show, it's very rare that you see somebody down in the dumps. You always see them rocking. And that's what he did for me. Anytime that I was down when I was a teenager, I mean, Euphoria Morning came out in '99, and I absolutely gravitated towards that album. And I would listen to it anytime that I was down. Just recently, well, I guess it was a couple years ago now, I got to meet one of the band members who helped produce and engineer that album. And he's such a great guy, just driven around music. And we talked about Cornell and talked about how there's tons of unused tracks that they have. I believe that Chris Cornell had a limitless, what's the word I'm looking for? He sung and played what he felt, and I believe that he had an endless catalog of songs inside of his head. And I'm very sad, and I pray for his friends and family that actually got to know him and actually got to be with him and share the stage or share his life. I don't really know much about his personal life, though not many people do, I guess, besides friends and family. But from his music, I could tell that he was he had a good heart and he was a good person. And I'm just very sad by this news. Anyway, I guess I'm just going to cut the video short there and just say, hey, any other fans of Chris Cornell, you know, if you want to drop a comment down below, if you need somebody to talk to, you know, I'm here. Also use somebody to talk to, I guess. But I'm just going to listen to his music and keep it in my life and never forget it. Pass it on to my children, and hopefully they pass it on to their children's children. Music saves. I believe that music saves. And I believe that whatever is wrong with society can be righted to some extent by music. Yeah. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.